We just finished with the warm-up. Now we're going to do a stretch. Just follow me. Now I told that June back there, he's just started, but he had a lot of prior physical training, but he needs to work on his flexibility. So you'll see his development as he becomes more flexible, and it's a lot of work, and you got to put in the effort. So this is called a half split. We're going to put both our feet flat on the floor and hold this. You want to hold it for at least 30 seconds, but I just hold it as long as I feel like it, and just depending how you feel, you should feel stretched about right here. You want to switch the sides. So you got to remember to put your effort into stretching, just as much effort as you put into losing weight, gaining muscle, getting more muscular defined. This is something that's neglected with a lot of people, and that's pretty much the reason of why a lot of people can't get to a high level, because they lack flexibility. Alright, now switch. Now you have the toe facing upwards like this. You're going to go down, try to get this foot back here flat. It's just a variation to the half split that we just did. We're going to switch the sides. You want to make sure that you get a good warm-up before the stretching. For most people, it's not good for them to stretch with their muscles cold. For me, it's okay, but for a lot of other people, they need to get warmed up first. Now we're going to switch. I'm going to have this kind of runner's position. We're not going to hold this for too long because this is just an easy stretch. Now we're going to drop our knee down, point the toe out. And we're just going to go right into what we call front split. Push that front leg forward onto the heel like this. And keep pushing it forward. And try to keep this back leg as straight as you can. And get as low as you can. And breathe deep. If you feel the pain, just breathe deep. You need to challenge your muscles by going lower. If you don't really put effort to go lower, then you're not going to really get more flexible. I'm going to repeat on the other side. Hold this position for a few seconds. Drop down on that knee in the back. Point that toe out. Push this front leg forward. Now, another difficulty with stretching is that it's difficult to be flexible and strong at the same time. So meaning if you don't work out your legs, yeah, you know, it's easier to get flexible. But the difficulty is getting strength in your legs and being flexible. So it's a constant struggle as you get stronger to get more flexible and maintain your flexibility. And that's the challenge for the athletes. You'll see a lot of people out there that don't really work out much, but then they're flexible. But that's what they lack the strength. And you see a lot of people out there that have strength, but then they lack flexibility. So we need to get that balance. We need to get flexible, and we need to be strong. That's good. And then now we're going to transition into the middle split. This is probably one of the most difficult stretches for most of everybody out there. And it requires a lot of effort to get good at it. Hold this position. Try to get the feet flat like this on the sides. Okay? And just keep slowly lowering yourself down. Relax. And what you want to do is try to rock back onto your heels as well. Like this. And walk back a little bit. This will get you a little bit lower. Rock back forward, get back into the instep with your feet. Put your hands behind you. Stick out your chest. As soon as you can get to the lowest position, keep your feet out there like this with the toes pointed upwards. And we're going to reach towards one side. Reach towards the other side. Now, if you're really serious about getting more flexible, I'd say if you're really serious, maybe stretch 2 hours a day. If you're really serious, maybe like an hour in the morning, hour at night. If you want to maintain your flexibility, I'd say you guys stretch maybe 30 minutes a day. But if you want to increase your flexibility, seriously increase it, I'd say almost 2 hours a day of serious stretching. Alright, reach forward. It's kind of like if you want to lose weight, lose fat. If you just run 30 minutes a day, it's not going to be as effective if you ran 2 hours a day. It's just clear. So, if you want to lose fat, lose weight, if you run 2 hours a day, hey, chances are you're going to lose that weight. Flexibility, same thing. If you really want to get flexible, stretch 2 hours a day, and I say that you're going to increase quick. Alright, so now you reach forward as much as you can. Just keep reaching forward. Try to get your hands out as much as you can, and try to get your elbows to touch the ground. And if you can get your elbows to touch the ground, try to get your chin to touch the ground. If you get your chin to touch the ground, try to get your chest to touch the ground. That's going to be the hardest one. Just keep reaching and reaching. So we're going to hold this for a while. And then we're going to come forward a little bit, try to pop up if you can. Alright, if you can't, then just stay there. And then hold that. You should feel it all up in here. Now when you feel it there, you could massage it a little bit by hitting it in this inside thigh. This is going to help it. This is something else that helps too, that one of my Todais notified me about, which I think is a good idea, is kind of moving your feet back and forth like this. Like forward and back. This helps loosen up the muscles right here. And I like that feeling. You can rotate your feet as well. And just move it up and down, back and forth. That kind of helps loosen it up here. And just keep the pressure coming forward. Try to move forward. And hold this position. This is the position you need to hold to get more flexible in the middle split. This is one of the hardest stretches to get. Massage it. Now I'll put it out there like this. You can't be a good martial artist, a real martial artist, without being flexible. You just can't. You're missing a huge component of the martial arts as far as the physical expression of it. So I say that in order to be a high-level martial artist, you have to be flexible. Now if you're not flexible, you might be a good boxer, you might be a good wrestler, you might be a good power lifter, you could be a good football player, a good runner. But you can't be a good martial artist in my eyes, is that you need to be flexible. You need to be flexible, you need to be strong, you have to have some endurance, you have to have speed, you have to have everything. And this is something that a lot of people do not put emphasis on, because it's a yin thing, it's a female thing, it's more like a woman's thing, it's like a yoga thing. And a lot of people, they just want their muscles to look big, and they don't put emphasis on stretching, and that's where their downfall is. And for me, I put a lot of emphasis on stretching, just as I do with everything else. But I put a lot of the videos out there teaching the flexibility, because hey, this is a peaceful expression. It's less egoistic than obviously fighting, sparring, and even weight training. Because a lot of people, they get a big ego over fitness and stuff, but flexibility is just more of like an inside thing, the way it makes you feel. Even if you're never able to do the splits, just stretching alone makes you feel better. It's an inside thing. It's the way that you feel inside. And it's like getting a massage. It's like a self-massage for yourself. Calm you down, put you in meditation, relax your muscles. Alright, so we hold this stretch for quite a bit, and then now we're going to go into what we call a butterfly stretch. We're going to bring our feet together in like this. Touch the toe or touch the feet together. And then bring your feet in as much as you can. Bring it in a lot. Don't leave it out there, but bring it in. And when you bring it in, I want you to grab your feet, and then I want you to try to attempt to touch your forehead to your feet. Like this. Okay, from there, I want you to bounce your knees up and down slightly. Now you should feel it in your groin area. And this is a very important stretch to help you get the splits down too. And this is something that you could do when you're sitting down watching TV or just sitting down in general. You can sit like this. Alright? Now, grab the feet, and then I want you to push down your knees with your elbows, or actually grab the ankles. Push down those knees with your elbows like this, and try to get those knees to touch the ground. Okay, after you do that, we're going to switch around. We're going to do this thing called reverse butterfly. You're going to use the floor to do the same stretch. So use the floor to push out your knees like this. And get those hips to touch the ground or get close to the ground. You should feel it. And you can even touch your feet in the rear. Alright, we get that stretched down, we open up those hips a little bit. Well, now we're going to come back into doing, let's say, a front split. Let's see if we can transition back into this stretch now that we're a little bit more warmed up with those hips and the groin area. Try to get that back leg straight. This is something that I need to work on. I'm not that flexible with the front split. Still got to get better at it. Alright, now we're going to transition to the other side. And then once again, we're going to get right back into the middle split. Okay, so we're going to bring the feet back in. Now we're going to work on a sit and reach. One leg forward like this. This should be one of the easier stretches. And then we're just going to reach as far as we can. Get low. Try to get your head, your forehead to touch your kneecap. And then we're going to do the other side. Now we're going to have both feet forward, and we're going to reach forward. Knees straight. Now we're going to tuck our foot behind our back, our butt like this. And then we're going to lay back on our elbow for beginners, and then people that are more flexible, just lay all the way down. This should be stretching the quads right here. And then we're going to switch to the other side. And then now you're going to bring that knee to your chest. Like this. And we're going to switch. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring our feet behind our head like this, knees straight, like this. Knees straight, try to touch the feet behind your head. You want to spread the legs out like this. This is something that you might see breakdancers do a lot when they practice windmills and stuff like that. Feet back together. Now bring the legs upwards. And you should feel some stretch in your neck. Okay, after we do that, we're going to put our feet down. And then we're going to come up into what we call a bridge. Put your hands behind you and lift up your body like this. Stretch up that lower back. And then now, get back down, flip around. You're going to stretch up your lower back by putting your hands back and then lifting up, looking up, breathing out. This is what they call in yoga the child's pose, but I just, whatever, just lay back like this, stretch out your arms. Alright, now we're going to have our leg crossing, cross our knee, and then we're going to stretch out the back like this. We're going to stretch out the other side. You're going to bring this knee to your chest like this. Now you're going to bring the foot to your chest. Now you're going to attempt to bring the foot over behind your neck. Now I can't do it, you can try. Okay, other side, knee. Foot. Behind your head. I'm going to rotate our ankle. Rotate the other way. Stretch out the foot this way like this. Stretch it the other way. Repeat on the other foot. Rotate. Reverse it. Stretch it this way. Stretch it the other way. Now we're going to stretch out our arms. Arms across your neck. Push back in that elbow. Get a good stretch. Like you're trying to scratch your back or something. Other side. Now you're going to bring your arm behind your head and push down on that elbow. Switch on the other side. Interlock your hands like this and bring it upwards. Now we're going to rotate our shoulders forward. Rotate them backwards. We're going to stretch out our fingers like this, stretch out that forearm. You're going to rotate your neck. You're going to switch and rotate the other way. You can have that palm facing upwards. You can turn it towards the thumb. You head the head to the side. Stretch out that neck. Switch hands, switch sides in the head, then the neck. Now you can turn it the other way towards the pinky. Head downwards. Switch head upwards. Some pressure in the back of your hand. Switch it. Stretch out your fingers like this. Stretch out your thumbs. Rotate your wrists. Other way. Palms up. Rotate. Other way. Side to side like this. Sit back in your ankles like this. Stretch it out. Stretch out your calves like this. Switch it. Try to touch your hands behind your back. So bring this hand up, bring the other hand down, and try to touch. Like this. I wasn't able to do that before, but now I can, which is great. But the other side I'm still struggling with. Try the other side. You can also grab onto something to help you. Like a chair or bar or something. I can touch it a little bit back here. Now go like this with your arms, go underneath that elbow, grab the hand like this, push down, like you're getting yourself in an arm lock. Go upwards. Other side. Down, upwards. So you see that's like a full body stretch right there. But if you really want to get good at the splits, you just got to keep getting into it. Okay? So we're just going to finish it out with just a few more reps on the front split. Like this. And the other side. And then in the middle. This will be the end of it. This will just be the cool down. Get low. Okay, feet together. And that will complete the stretching for today. That I consider that a maintenance stretching. But if you really want to get more flexible, you have to put more time into it. Alright?